Welcome to Illuminati Silver. We tell you the truth about silver. Today is Tuesday, the 1st of October, 2019. And we're going to ask the question, over the past 25 years, which of the four main precious metals have proven to be the best investment? And while silver has not proven to be number one, it still possibly provides the greatest potential. So let's investigate. Regular listeners to this channel are aware that we generally tend to focus on gold and silver, occasionally mention platinum, and very rarely mention palladium, and yet these are the four main precious metals that investors buy into, both for industrial purposes to differing extents and for monetary or investment purposes. Now, we are under no illusion that the majority of our listeners are truly fascinated in silver, which is why we're called Illuminati Silver. But something we saw on Reuters yesterday, which we shall go into later, made us ask the question, which of these four precious metals have performed the best over the past 25 years? Now, before we answer that, it's important to make clear that the reasons we chose 25 years are, 1. It's the sort of time period which we, as former financial advisors, would recommend to investors to treat as a minimum term for their investment strategies, especially those looking to reduce their work commitments as they begin to enter into their 50s and 60s. And 2, because it's sufficient time to include recessions and peaks and is difficult to manipulate within a time frame just to suit our purposes, in case there was a hidden message or point we wish to convey. And thirdly, beyond the 25-year chart, the figures, although percentage-wise, are different. In terms of the relationship, are quite similar. So, how did these precious metals actually fare over this time? Well, let's start with gold. On the 31st of October 1994, gold stood at $383, and today it stands at $1,467, an increase of 283%. Now silver, on the 31st of October, same date, silver stood at $5.83, and today it stands at $17.04, an increase of 219%. Platinum, on the same day, stood at $421, and today it stands at $886, an increase of 110%. And palladium stood at $159, and today it stands at $1,671, an increase of 951%. So we have palladium 951%, gold 283%, silver 219%, and platinum 110%. So over the past 25 years to date, the best performer has been palladium, followed by gold, then silver, and finally platinum. Now we're all aware that palladium is going through quite excessive demand versus supply issues currently, and therefore has been peaking, particularly recently. But nevertheless, from an investment in US dollars point of view, it has proven to be the best investment. So, for us silver bugs, this is disappointing news, and one could potentially draw on the back of this that perhaps one should not invest or buy silver, as it has proven only to be the third best performer. So we decided to do another analysis. What if you were one of the lucky investors to have bought these precious metals at their 25-year low, regardless of when that was in the past 25 years, and held it until today? Which would then prove to be the best performer? Well, gold's 25-year low was $252, and at today's price, you will have increased your investment by 481%. Silver's 25-year low was $4.07, and at today's price, you will have increased your investment by 318%. Platinum's 25-year low was $334, and at today's price, you will have increased your investment by 165%. And Palladium's 25-year low was $114, and at today's price, you will have increased your investment by 1,365%. So, Palladium first, 1,365%. Gold second, 481%. Silver third, 318%. And platinum last, 165%. So once again, Palladium is first, gold is second, silver is third, and platinum is last. Blast, I hear you say. Is there a pattern developing here? Well, there could be, and it would not be unreasonable to draw certain inferences. But this is where the good news comes in for silver investors. The one time that silver really does outperform. Not Palladium, because Palladium is undergoing a meteoric rise at the moment, but it certainly outperforms the other precious metals. And this is where we compare the precious metals' 25-year low with its 25-year high. So, gold's low was $252 and its high was just shy of $1,900 at $1,896, an increase of 652%. Silver's low, $4.07, and high, $48.70, closing high that is. It did just about touch $50. An increase, though, of 1,096%. Platinum's low was $334 and high $2,276. In fact, the highest value of all the metals. An increase of 581%. And Palladium's low of $114 and its high of $1,691, very close to today's level. An increase of 1,383%. So, Palladium again first with 1,383. Silver now second with 1,096. Gold third with 652. And platinum fourth with 581. Now this is where the excitement for silver comes in. Although Palladium is still in number 1 position, silver jumps to number 2 with gold third and platinum fourth. Now this is exciting because, of course, from a monetary perspective, there is insufficient resource of platinum and palladium to use these to back currencies. And one could argue, and we have done, that without stratospheric prices, so too are gold and silver in too short a supply. But their supplies are considerably larger, and it is theoretically possible. Now, we actually took a quick look at the all-time charts, that is beyond 25 years, and the relationship between these metals over that period is very similar. So, what is the message we're conveying here? Well, gold has consistently outperformed silver, except in the instance when comparing its lowest point to its highest point so far in our history. It is this potential that excites silver bugs collectors and stackers. That potential from perhaps making a killing when the economy and currency turn south. But remember, you will have to buy at the low and sell at the high to outpace gold, at least from an historical perspective. Now, these figures have not accounted for inflation, which obviously would reduce the value of these growth rates, but for comparing one with another, it's fine to omit it. Now, the reason we thought we would compare these is the result of an article we saw published on Reuters yesterday by Sumita Layek, who reported, quote, "Platinum plunged more than 5%, and gold shed 2% on Monday, leading a sharp decline across precious metals driven by a soaring dollar, with deficit hit palladium too giving up some gains from a record rally that saw it breach $1,700 per ounce. Silver slid more than 3% to its lowest in more than a month. Spot palladium eased 0.6% to 1670 an ounce by 2:23 p.m. EDT, having earlier touched a record high of $1,700.71. The metal has risen about 9% this month. She then quotes Jeffrey Christian, the managing partner of CPM Group, who stated, quote, "There is strong fabrication demand, but a good part of this is speculative demand from investors who expect prices to rise, and also people who are getting out of gold, silver, and platinum because those prices are falling. Some of them are shifting into palladium," unquote. So clearly, palladium has been and may continue to be the rising star for now, and some do believe it has further to rise. However, what about gold and silver going forward? Well, we will cover this in a separate video, but Jeffrey does not appear that bullish short term. Quote, "The Fed said they're going to be very cautious about lowering rates since it's not clear that we really need to, which was taken as a confirmation that there's a fair bit of potential growth before getting concerned about recession. So people backed away from some of the fears that drove them into gold on a short-term basis," unquote. Now, of course, as we mentioned in our weekly update, on Friday we have the non-farm payrolls report, which will be particularly influential in our view on precious metal prices, potentially, depending on whether it's higher or lower than expectations. So to conclude, and to try and put this precious metal space into perspective, of the two main precious metals, if you want to invest with greater long-term certainty and performance, one would plump for gold. If you want the potential of a major future outperformance and the excitement that brings, then one should plump for silver. Or alternatively, do as we do and invest in both, with much depending upon your age, existing holdings, and portfolio liquidity and goals. As always, the decision is yours, and so may it always be. Thank you for listening. What do you think? Why do you buy silver? Do share your thoughts and views. We hope you have found this video interesting and informative, and if so, please give it a thumbs up and share it on social media. Please ensure that you have subscribed to our channel and press the bell sign so that you are notified of any future videos. Also, kindly visit our website at illuminatisilver.com, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe either as a free or paying member for regular email updates and offers. Disclaimer: Illuminati Silver owners come from a background of banking, international wealth management and economics. Having now retired from these worlds, we are not qualified to give investment advice. Therefore, this and other productions must not be deemed to be giving such advice and merely represent the personal views of its owners. Glory, glory.